waiting for some people to stream in here before I talk about this news that really is not really that big of a deal. At least I don't think it's that big of a deal. But I will wait till people are in here before I start chatting. So, is anyone here? Is this working? Is YouTube being odd? Oh, maybe there's a bit of a delay. I think there's a delay. That would make sense. Okay. Well, regardless. There we go. People are here. There's a delay. All right. I got some news. Hello. Hello, people. There we go. There's people. People are coming in. Hello. How are you? We are here. Are we surprised that he endorsed Trump? So here we go. All right. News starts now. Anyone watching this later is just like, what's going on here? So I'm just doing this. Oh my God. Now it's showing the numbers. All right. Yeah, just a bit of a delay. All right. So breaking news. RFK Jr. is apparently going to drop out of the race and endorse Donald Trump. This is news from Kyle Griffin of MSNBC News. And he broke this. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. I figured this was probably going to happen since it really appears RFK is just after power, after it came out that he was trying to get a meeting with Kamala Harris. Like, God, what a fucking loser. But so I don't think this is really going to have much of an impact. Look, I could be wrong. It's possible the support that Trump was getting from RFK in those head-to-head polls with Kamala Harris, that may go over to him. But so I was looking at a poll today, and a lot of the polls show this. The RFK split does benefit Trump, but only by like a point or so. I believe it was Arizona. In Arizona, in this one poll, I forget what it's called now, but it's the video I posted today. But that pollster in Arizona, Trump was up on Kamala Harris by 1 point. If it's like a 5-way race, including RFK, if it's a 2-way race, he's up on Kamala Harris by 2 points. So, and in Arizona, RFK has like 7%. So he's pulling more from Trump, but not a whole lot. And this is going to be a situation where a lot of people were supporting RFK because they didn't like either party. Now that you have RFK out of the race and he's endorsing Trump, are those people really going to be like, oh, okay, well, now I like the Republican Party. Now I like Donald Trump. Is that really going to happen? If Donald Trump was a more likable figure, maybe. If this was a more traditional race, decades past, maybe. But it's not that. This is a different situation. This is a more divided, political debate. I have a hard time believing that you are simply going to have the RFK vote just straight up go to Donald Trump now because he's endorsing Trump. I don't see that happening, especially when people understand how much of a liar Trump is. Like, I assume RFK got a promise for something out of this. Otherwise, why is he doing this? Do RFK supporters really believe that Trump is going to stick to his word? Does Trump ever do anything for anybody else except for himself? If he feels like it's not going to benefit him in some way, why would he do it? Unless there's like billions of dollars behind it in campaign money, which is not the RFK is rich, I'm sure, but he's not Sheldon Adelson. Like it's not the same situation. So it's just going to be. Look, we're going to obviously wait a few weeks to see how this may impact the race. It's actually probably a good thing that it's happening now as opposed to happening later, where it would be more fresh in people's minds. And may at that point, if RFK has like a real hard built-in vote, that vote may have gone to Trump in a more significant way. But because this is happening earlier in the race, there's more time for this to play out and more of those voters to decide, do I really like Trump enough to vote for him? So I, I, s- I still think benefit right now is sitting with Kamala Harris. I don't think it's, I don't think, she's running away with it, but the momentum, this isn't going to shift the momentum as much as some people may think it could. At least that's my opinion. I could be wrong, but RFK wasn't really a big figure in this race already. So it's not as if this endorsement is going to like change the race. Like I don't think it's going to have that kind of an impact. But let me read some comments here. Lots of comments. Can I? I'm not sure if I can really divide these out by comments that make any sense, or like subs versus if there are super chats. I can't see that. Maybe there are. But let me see. And I think there's a bit of a delay, so anybody making a comment for me to respond to may take 30 seconds or so. Let me just scroll through some of these. Checkmate saying RFK won't be missed. MG saying that will give Harris more of RFK Jr. supporters, many of them who liked him as an alternative to Trump. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like there was still a split. Again, the split benefited Trump, but there was still a split. So those supporters might go to Harris too, like or they may just sit home. Like that's the other option, is they may just stay at home and not really want to bother. Didn't RFK first approach Harris saying he'd support the Dems for a cabinet position? Yeah, that was a story that came out, that he was trying to get a meeting with Kamala Harris. It appears he was just after power. So, and all that, man, all the RFK defenders in the comments that I had seen, whether they are bots or real people, I guess if they're bots, then who cares? But if they're real people, I would like to see your reactions now. The 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 vocal RFK online support base was really something to behold. Alberto says, I used to defend RFK, but not anymore. He's just a different person now. Like he has a past where he had actually done some good things, but he at least was an environmentalist in some way, but he's not that guy. So whatever happened, as is the case with a lot of people, COVID kind of broke some brains, and it appears he may have been one of those brains. All right, a lot going on here, not much to respond to, but yeah, actually, Alex says Joe Rogan fanboys crying in the corner right now. I'm curious what Joe Rogan's going to say about this. Then again, Joe Rogan is already supporting Trump. Like, whatever. Joe Rogan, who cares? Anyways, I'm going to be on tonight for the DNC Day 3. 9 p.m. Eastern Time is when I plan to be on. I'm going to see when the speeches are, but I think the real speeches start around 9 p.m., so that's when I'm going to jump on. Fenrir says, even though there is a lot of partisanship, do you think Harris will flip a few soft red states, maybe like New Hampshire, parts of Maine, North Carolina? I think it's possible. I think it's possible. There is some movement in states that lean red traditionally, but are beginning to maybe at least be a toss-up. So we'll see how all that goes. But anyways, I got to go make dinner. I'll be on later, 9 p.m. Eastern Time at this channel. Hit like, hit subscribe. Make sure to show up at 9 for the DNC. It is going to be Tim Walz tonight giving his speech, and Bill Clinton, interestingly. So I'm trying to remember who else. Clinton and Walz, I don't know who else is going to be there tonight, but I'm sure others will be there as well. All right. See you later once I discover how to get out of here. How do I leave this? Just the X button? Okay, let's just see if it's the X button. There we go. Goodbye.